Most dads want to be present, lead well, have energy, but they're exhausted by 7 p.m. Maybe you're short with your family members, easily aggravated, and that makes you feel guilty. And that is not a reflection of who you are. That's a body problem. Here's 5 habits that help me show up for my family every single day. My name's Mark, and I know what it's like to juggle so many hats throughout your life. I had a daughter born at 1 pound, spent 6 months in the NICU, and ever since then, and even before then, my focus in life has been to be present as much as I can. And life requires so much of us sometimes, even more than we could even handle. So in order to not feel overwhelmed and stressed out, these are the habits that I've developed over the years. And they've had such a positive impact on my life, I'm confident that they could do the same for you. So I'm going to start off with one that, without it, none of the other habits are going to work. And it's something that I started way too late, and that's having a bedtime alarm. You heard me right. Instead of having an alarm to wake up, you have an alarm to go to bed. And this sets the standard for the entire next day. You could even take it a step further and lay your clothes out for the night. This is crucial. I can't emphasize it enough because most people obsess with what time they get up in the morning and then they neglect what time they go to bed. They end up staying up too late. Anytime after 9 o'clock is just not important. Like nothing eventful happens after 9 p.m. It becomes a domino effect on everything else in your life. Sleep is so important. Psalm 127 verse 2 says that he grants sleep to who he loves. Our sleep is a privilege, and our body needs 7 to 8 hours a night. I don't care who you are, that's the amount that you need, especially if you're a person who works hard and somebody who's watching this video right now. I personally give myself leeway and set an alarm for 8:30 p.m. That gives me a half hour to get ready for bed, so I'm in bed by 9. So you gotta just give yourself that cushion. If you're able to do this, it gives you a natural payoff from this habit, and that's habit 2. You don't have to take my word for it. Practice it and watch everything else change. And it naturally goes into habit number 2, and that's waking up before the rest of your family. Time where you could just reflect and meditate and be you in that peaceful space. I'm not saying that your family doesn't necessarily give you peace. I'm saying that sometimes solitude, sometimes being by yourself is the best medicine. What better way to start off your entire day than doing something for you? It literally sets your entire day up to be able to lead the way you need to lead. I'm not talking about something as early as 4 a.m. I'm talking about 30 minutes to an hour before your family wakes up. Something that is going to allow you to do something for yourself. This is the time when I do my runs. This is the time when I do my workouts, my recordings. Mark chapter 1 verse 35 says, Jesus got up early to a solitary place. If Jesus got up early and was in solitude, there's a big reason for it. We all need that time for our mental health. We all need that time for our mental sanity. And it's not because we don't love our family, it's because we need that time to take in the day for ourselves and think about what we need to do for us. Because you cannot be present if you're not mentally ready to. And that brings me to habit number 3, which kind of goes with waking up early and being in that solitary place. And that's 5 minutes of nothing, at least 5 minutes. Let me explain. Your brain processes thousands of inputs daily. It never is given a chance to breathe. It's so easy to understand why you may get so overstimulated with everything in your life, with juggling a job, with juggling being present for your family, with the house chores, with the groceries, with all the tasks, the monotonous tasks that need to be done every second of every day. And this is why I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to just have 5 minutes of sitting and self-meditation, of doing nothing. And you need to do this without your phone, without any type of screen, and nothing around you. Just close your eyes or open them and just be alone with your thoughts. That's the problem with people today, especially men, is they don't allow themselves to be bored. We're constantly stimulated by so much today, everywhere we look, and it's hindering us. It's hindering the way we think. It's hindering the way we show up. You have to just take the time to be alone with your thoughts. If you don't, that part of your brain slowly turns off, that creative, deep thought part of your brain. It says that in Genesis as well. One of the first things it says in the Bible, it says that God created the heaven and earth. It says that he's a creator. And then it goes on to say we were created in his image. So we were literally created to be able to create. And if we don't have that time to think and be bored, we lose that part of our brain that helps us create, that helps us be able to serve others around us the best way we can. And don't get me wrong, I've been practicing this and it feels uncomfortable at first, but that's a whole nother thing. Is discomfort tells you something. It tells you that it's what you're supposed to be doing. I didn't want to record this morning. I didn't want to go on my run. But once I do, I never regret it. So I challenge you tomorrow morning to just spend 5 minutes, no agenda, nothing in front of you, just with your thoughts. Now, as effective as that one is, this next one is going to help your mood more. And it's more passive than the rest. And that's getting outside and getting more vitamin D, something that most Americans are deficient in. That's simply because most people don't get enough sunlight. It's the reason why I'm outside right now. It's the reason why it's one of the most used supplements. Vitamin D behaves like a hormone. It affects your mood, your testosterone, your energy levels, your immune function. That's how often you get sick. Low vitamin D looks like brain fog, irritability, and low motivation and drive to do anything. If this sounds familiar, it's because God didn't design you to be in front of fluorescent lighting all day long. I'm talking just 15 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight, particularly in the morning. There's a reason bugs aren't out in the morning. There's a reason why our circadian rhythm is designed to be woken up with the sun. We are meant to get outside. Psalm 104 verse 19 says, "He made the sun, it knows when to set." It's all by design. We are made by design. And I can't emphasize this enough. The sun is literally our source of life. Take advantage of it. Practice this by going outside within the first hour of waking up, in that solitary period we talked about. And most importantly, do it without your phone. Now you might notice that these are starting to connect a little bit, all these habits. And the last one is no exception, and actually has been the biggest game changer for me. And this is the one that once you start it, you're not going to be able to stop, because you're going to see so many differences. And it's going for a short walk after you eat. This is going to do a plethora of stuff for you. First of all, it improves your digestion. It's going to signal to your body to use that food you just ate as energy and fuel instead of storing it, which naturally prevents that blood sugar spike that you get. It also subconsciously doesn't make you hungrier anymore. So if you eat and then just loaf on the couch, you're likely to want something sweet. You're likely to want to keep munching on little things throughout the night, which actually could be detrimental to your health goals and your metabolism. I know because it's something I work with my clients every single day, being a fitness coach. You could add a whole nother layer to this and make it more enjoyable by making it a family habit. This is when the quality time comes in. It's a healthy habit that affects your mood and everything else, but it also is family connection. Right after dinner is the best time to do this. Genesis chapter 3, verse 8, God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Every verse is meticulously written. So tonight, after dinner, take 10 minutes, bring your wife and kids, and go outside. Your family doesn't need the perfect man. You're already doing that. You're already giving the best of yourself. And that's enough. These habits are simply just going to make you more present. They've helped me more than I've ever imagined they could. And I didn't do them all at once. I practiced one at a time, and then over time, I just stacked them up. You cannot be the man you need to be and lead your family and break down. If you break down, they will feel it. They will see it. If you made it this far, leave a comment down below of just the number of the habit that stood out to you the most. Make sure you like the video because it's going to show it to more dads who need to hear it. My coaching is designed around habit building that's sustainable for your health long term. If that's something that stands out to you, apply in the first link in the description. This is especially relevant if you have a weight loss goal. If you're a dad who's struggling to lose weight, make sure you check out this video next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.